To get to the first page of Amazon, the most important thing is you have to have a killer product. Now, when we're getting started with Amazon FBA, you have to be extremely diligent with your product research. If you find a product that is not going to sell, well, then your business is already going to be doomed from the get, and you probably won't make any money, and you're probably losing a ton of money. So that's why it's so important to find a good product that actually brings you profit and there's actually demand for. So the good news is, when it comes to finding products, there are many tools to help you out with product research. One of the most popular tools for Amazon FBA sellers is Jungle Scout. There's also Helium 10, but the one that I currently use right now is Viral Launch. And the reason why is because it's more niche. It's definitely one of the newer product research tools out there. And although Jungle Scout, Helium 10, and Viral Launch more or less do the exact same thing, and they pull the similar data, I do find the interface for Viral Launch more intuitive. So that's why I decided to go with that. And for Viral Launch, you have this Chrome extension that you can install. So essentially the Chrome extension would be able to tell you more information about this product. Viral Launch has a Chrome extension, and when you're on Amazon.com and you look for a product that you want to sell, for example, night lights, you can simply click on the Chrome extension, and this is a market intelligence tool. And basically what this market intelligence tool does is it populates and it extracts very specific information that would help you determine if this is a good product for you to sell, and if there's demand for this product, what sort of profits you can expect. So as you can see here, you have the top 10 list of sellers that are selling this product for this specific keyword search term, night lights. The ones that are flagged with the exclamation mark, those are outliers. And the reason why we leave these products out is because they are most likely an established brand already. So when we're trying to figure out if this product is a good product for FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon, we want to make sure that we don't base our decision off an established brand, and we want to look at other similar Amazon FBA sellers that are selling the exact same product. Essentially, it levels out the playing field, so you're getting a more better representation of where your product sits and how it stands. The BSR is the bestseller ranking. So you have the title of the product, you have the category of the product. BSR is bestsellers ranking. So essentially, you want to have a less amount of BSR. The lower the number, the higher it's ranked. That's how Amazon BSR ranking works. You'll also be able to see the BSR trend, the monthly revenue, the price, monthly sales, review quantity, review rate, and you want to look at the net profit. So over here you have different keywords on the second tab, the keyword tab. So other than night lights, you have nightlight, LED nightlight. You can look at the estimated search volume for these other keywords, the average sell price of these products as well, just to get a better idea of potential product variations, or if other keywords could be a better fit for the product that you're selling. If you go to trends, this is very important as well, because you want to make sure that your product is not a pump and dump. It's not, a fidget spinner where there's it peaks and then it just completely goes down the drain. So you want to make sure that your product is not only evergreen, it's a pretty stable trend, and also it's not seasonal, meaning that, hey, this product won't just sell in the summer. You want a product that could generally sell all year long in all sorts of weather, and there's consistent demand for it. So I would say, the demand for night lights is pretty consistent. It's trending up and down relatively between 2,000 and 8,000. And the rate of review increase is about 318 a month. Analysis. So over here, even at the top here, you have the product idea score, and I love this feature on Viral Launch because it really gives you a good idea based off the algo and the data that it picked up and what it's processing. It will tell you how well they think this product will be for you to start your Amazon FBA business. And clearly it says stay far away from this product because you need a lot of reviews to sell. Like I mentioned earlier, reviews are very important. Not only do you have to have a good product, you have to have a lot of good reviews for you to rank on the first page. And it's going to be hard for you to compete in this space with established sellers that already have 4,000 or reviews. And the last tab here that you have is the calculator function, and essentially it breaks down the cost of the product. Keep in mind all the data that's extracted on Viral Launch, Helium 10, or Jungle Scout, these data are only estimates, but they're really, really close to what the exact numbers are. So that's why these tools have done wonders for a lot of people that are seasonal or beginners when it comes to selling on Amazon. So hopefully this gives you a good rundown of the Chrome extension of Viral Launch. All right, so we're on Viral Launch's dashboard. So as you can see here, it's pretty much a clean slate. If you go to the top left corner, the two arrows, you'll see a bunch of different tabs, and we went over market intelligence, and essentially that's the same function as the Chrome extension that we saw earlier over here, but this is an independent site search function. So just like how we did on Amazon, you can search up different products, night lights, and it'll essentially populate the same screen as the Chrome extension. Give it a few minutes to load here. The keywords, the trends analysis calculator. A tool that's really exciting for me is product discovery. So we want to come to product discovery, and I absolutely love this tool because if you see here, I can actually search for different types of products, or I can search for keywords, I can search for brands, I can search for categories. So what I like to search for is keywords, because keywords is playful. Keywords is what your end consumer types in when they're thinking or wanting to buy a product on Amazon. So with keywords, you can actually get a lot of inspiration and ideas for what similar product or what related product you can sell. And there are specific categories here. When it comes to categories, it's really important to keep in mind that there are restricted and gated categories, and Amazon is constantly updating this list. So I will leave a link down below to go over the latest gated and restricted categories for products to sell. And for your first product as a beginner Amazon FBA seller, I would recommend that you avoid these products because there's just more hassle and there's just more complications with getting your product up and running and for you to start selling on Amazon. For the first product, you want to stick with something that's more simple, easier, lightweight, and you just want to get the ball rolling so you can fully understand how the whole process works. So some of the categories that I personally like to look into is health and household, kitchen dining, office products. Automotive is kind of wonky because there are a lot of restricted products that you can sell, so I'll probably stay away from that. Beauty, personal care, home and kitchen. So I like to go for products that are more broad, that apply to a more generic audience, and the reason for that is because there's a high potential that more people are going to be looking for and needing that product, which correlates directly with more sales, more reviews, more money. Okay, so that's why I decide to pick these specific categories. You can definitely play around with different categories as well. Arts, babies, books, CD, vinyls. Just kind of play around with them, see what you can find. Average monthly sales, again, when it comes to specific numbers, there's no exact formula. Just play around with these numbers and you just might find some hidden gems, because chances are if you search for the same numbers on a daily basis with Viral Launch or Jungle Scout or Helium 10, you're gonna find the same products that keep on populating. So I would play around with these numbers. Like average monthly sales, you ideally want to see some sales because you want to confirm that there is demand for this product. The average price of the product is kind of interesting. A product that's like priced too low, because then after the Amazon FBA fees and also the referral fee from Amazon and the landing cost of getting a product shipped here and duties and everything, you're really not making a lot of profit on it. So I would recommend looking for products that are kind of just around $20 and maybe upwards of like $70. And this is kind of the sweet spot, which is also called like the impulse buy range. Essentially, buyers, when they're looking for a product and it's under this dollar amount, they're really not going to think twice before they pull the trigger on buying it. They're just simply going to buy it because they want it or need it. So that's kind of where you want to be. Another cool feature on Viral Launch is you can actually save your presets. So Viral Launch will have their own presets, you know, low barrier to entry, where they'll populate certain products. And you can also set your own. So I have set my own preset under my favorites, and I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and I'm also going to summarize just shortly here what metrics I look for and what's really important when it comes to finding a winning product. So definitely keep watching and you'll be in for a treat. So let's just kind of look at some products here. So right off the bat, you have a keyword search term, you have the estimated search volume, idea score, average price, average sales, average reviews. So I would like to sort the product based off idea score. Again, you can base it off the search volume, the average sales, average reviews. They kind of fluctuate depending on what you prioritize. So I like idea score because, again, this is Viral Launch's algorithm telling me that they think that there is a high potential for this product to succeed, which takes a lot of the heavy lifting off my shoulders. So we have a solar fountain. So here we can either go to view market intelligence or view on Amazon. First thing I like to do is check out this product on Amazon just to get an idea of exactly what this product is. Okay, it's a solar fountain. That's cool. Next thing I like to do is click on this market intelligence tool. So I look at the numbers. Give it a few minutes to load. Oh, boom. Estimated search volume, 46,000 people are searching for this product monthly. And the average review count is brilliant. There's only 167 reviews. Monthly sales, 1,583. Wow. So again, disregard the review outlier, but if you look at the other sellers, especially in the top 10, hey, 38,000, 40,000, 44, like they all are making really good money here. Wow, 105,000. And the price of the product falls in that sweet spot, you know, just 20 to 70, 20 to 50. And also you can look at the monthly sales, which is pretty evenly spread out. Review quality across the board seems relatively low, which is phenomenal to see because it gives us enough room for us to just squeeze into the space and, you know, compete with the other Amazon sellers to see if we can be the one that dominates the space. So this could potentially look like a winning product. Looks very promising to me. And the next thing I like to do here is I would like to go here and let's just find a product that's ranked. Sure, this one. Ranked number 1. I like to skip through the sponsored products because they're not, again, we want to go for the organically ranked number 1 bestseller. And what I like to do now is I would actually recommend that you download Helium 10 as a Chrome extension. Helium 10 has an amazing tool called the profitability calculator. So like I mentioned earlier, you don't want to sell a product that's priced too low because after all the costs of acquiring this product and all the fees that Amazon charges for you to sell on this platform, you're really not making a lot of profit. And the great thing about Helium 10's Chrome extension and the profitability calculator, as you can see here, it breaks down the cost for you, okay? Again, these are an estimated cost, but it's actually quite accurate because in the past when I was doing product research, you know, I'm thinking, how would you know what the unit manufacturing cost for this product? $3, like really? Sure, okay. big deal. I actually went to Alibaba, which I'm going to show you in a little bit here too, and I contacted manufacturers for the specific product that I was looking up, and they quoted me the unit price for that product to be around the same price that they have up here. So for that reason, I love Helium 10's Chrome extension, and it's a free tool to use. But if you want to have more features, such as getting access to the search functions on Viral Launch or Helium 10, that would come at a monthly subscription. And honestly, guys, like, go all in. This tool is going to be a huge lifesaver, because when I was starting off my Amazon FBA journey, like, if I didn't have this tool, I honestly wouldn't know where to start. After we do that, I would like to look at the reviews and the ratings. I like to check the 1-star ratings just to see what people say about the product. Water is too high, needles not high in purchase, low quality product. Okay, does not work, not functional. Okay, but if you look at the ratio again of reviews, I mean 30%, you're always gonna have a lot of Debbie Downers and Betty Boopers that complain about the product. I mean, even if it's working perfectly fine, they still complain about it. But I want to see a spread like this, where ideally 50 to 75% of all your reviews, product reviews, are higher than 5 stars, and you kind of want to see it trickle down. So you'll have for 10,000 reviews, you're gonna have a few broken eggs, if you want to put it that way. But the average rating is 3.8 out of 5 for 13K reviews, so that looks like a great product to me. Just to recap, these are some of the metrics that I follow myself when doing product research. So the number one thing I look at is demand, and these are some of the metrics that I look out for. BSR, search volume, units sold per day. And for BSR, I want to see as many listings on page 1 under 10,000 BSR. And as for the search volume, I want a minimum of 1,500 search volumes per month. The second metric I look at is the competition. And the way we look at competition is to look at the reviews. And like I said, because the algorithm is so heavily leveraged on the amount of reviews that you have, in order for us to even compete with the existing FBA sellers on the platform, but we also want enough reviews to ensure that this is going to be a product that's going to have high enough demand, we want to look at the products with a review count of under 500. The third thing we want to look at is brand dominated. So we want to check the brand domination column to see if this product is dominated by one brand. And a good example of this is tissue paper. When you think about tissue paper, we look up tissue paper. For example, the number one brand that pops up is Kleenex. So, because everyone associates that brand with a specific product, it's going to be hard for you to come in here and launch your own. I mean, there's Charmin, there's Puffs, but pretty much mostly Kleenex. And yeah, it would be essentially impossible for you to dominate or even compete in the space. The next metric I look at is sales depth, and the sales, like I said earlier, must not be dominated by 2 to 3 sellers. And a good indication of sales depth is if someone at the bottom of page 1 is selling at least $7,000 in monthly revenue for that product, then that's a good indication that there is a strong demand and there is a really even sales profit and spread for everyone to make money in. The next thing I look at is the seasonality of product and trend. And as we talked about earlier, we want to make sure we make money year round, not just get stuck with inventory in the winter or fall time and be able to sell like crazy in spring and summer. So we want to check the market trends, as I shown you guys earlier in Viral Launch for that specific product. And another good tool to look at is Google Trends as well. So we want to go on Google Trends and look at the product. Again, a good example of what not to sell is fidget spinners, because it's a fad, and we don't want a fad, because then, you know, we're gonna get all these products and they're not gonna convert. Look at this, boom, demand blew up and it just crashed. So you don't want to be, you know, in the process of getting your product, and once you get it shipped to Amazon, for it to then just crash on you, because it's going to cost you a lot. You're not going to be able to offload your inventory, and you're going to be stuck with a lot of inventory, and you got to get rid of it somehow. So that's a good reminder and a good way to check. The last thing you want to look for is profit. And as I mentioned earlier, your revenue minus your cost is your profit. Okay, so don't get excited when you see monthly revenue. That is before you factor in the cost of the product. And the net profit, absolute bottom line net profit that I want to see is at least 30%. So guys, like I said, the product research is going to be the most important thing, especially when you're starting out. The first product has to be one that can work and do wonders for you, because you don't want to start off with a loss, because you want to make sure your first product is constantly churning and you have profits coming in from it for you to launch your second and third and fourth and fifth product. So make sure you follow these metrics. As I mentioned, make sure you go back and watch my thought process and breakdown of how I do product research and what I'm looking for to find a winner. It's not going to happen as quickly as we saw in this tutorial. It was honestly by fluke, and you guys got really lucky. But normally it will take me, like I said, half an hour to an hour a day, and usually at a week's time I could find, you know, maybe 25 to 30 like really quality products. And also, guys, know that like this is going to be a long-term game, and be patient, because you're going to be thinking that you found a great product and you're going to run the numbers and check the metrics, and it's not going to work out. So don't be discouraged. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I make a ton of videos about investing, Teslas, entrepreneurship, personal finance. Oh, and if you have any friends that are interested in Amazon or start an Amazon business, definitely make sure to share this video with them. I think it's gonna help them out a lot. And that's it for today. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.